I'm wearing the shirt that I got as a senior in college. I'm getting ready for work today. And today is the day that I'm going to officially quit my job, which is really scary. Like, I've been fantasizing about having this conversation with HR, with my boss, with everyone for months, and I've been too scared of letting people down and also just failing, I guess, in whatever's next. And you never want to be wrong. Like, you never want to be like taking a risk and be wrong, because you never hear stories about the people that take risks and fail, really, like fully fail. We don't hear stories about those people. So I've never been more sure about a decision. Like, I wasn't even really sure about taking the job, and I'm glad I did it, but it's made me realize that I think I'm destined for so much more, as dramatic as it sounds. Like, do you just wake up sometimes and you're like, how did I get here? Like, how did this happen? Like, I was, such a dreamer as a child, and I was such a, I nothing could touch me as a kid, like being bullied for making videos, and I didn't care if I was going an unconventional, untraditional route for things, filming YouTube videos in my dorm room, starting to design and do projects that weren't assigned in school, and just doing things because I wanted to, because I was finding joy in those things, and podcasting, And so why do I feel like I have to stay in this traditional job that I'm miserable in, even though I say I'm happy? Because I should be happy, because they treat me well and it's great work, but something is missing, and it's just that feeling that's eating me alive. And I need to sever that rope and go out to sea and see how it goes, and I think I owe it to myself to at least try. And if I fail, I fail, but at least I failed trying for something. Some people don't ever try for anything. So welcome to the hardest video I've ever had to make. Just kidding, it's not the hardest video, but it is a hard video to film, because I know that my decision, the decision I'll be discussing today, aka quitting my job, is something that some people will feel very strongly against. You have the right to be disappointed, because when you follow someone that you relate to so much, in the sense that they have a very similar work-life balance to you, it gets upsetting when they sever that and you feel like they're not as relatable anymore. I completely understand why that would upset some of you guys. But truthfully, everything that you admired me for, all of the hustle, all the stuff that I was doing, essentially that life that you admired of mine, of me juggling all of those things, was crushing me. It was slowly killing me. I was not getting enough sleep. I was spiraling out of control. I was not very fun to be around. I was just becoming a really just unhappy person because of it, and I had to make a decision. I had to make a very tough decision. The problem was I liked doing too many things. Does that make sense? Like, I had all of these, I'm visualizing this as like a piece of toast for each thing that I was doing. I didn't have enough butter, aka creativity, aka energy, to butter all of that toast, and I had to essentially pick the pieces of toast that I liked the best and go with those, and that was that. L'Oreal was a great job. I really enjoyed the people, I enjoyed the work, but with any job like that at a corporate, very old, very large company, there wasn't a whole lot of creative freedom for me. I felt that a lot of my ideas after going through 10 people before seeing the light of day, they weren't my ideas anymore, and they weren't the things that I was super, super proud to say were mine. And although I did like the climate and I liked the people, like I said, I felt like I wasn't creating anything that was truly mine, and the only way that I could really do that is actually working for myself. And so around this time when I was getting very unhappy at the job, I started my little tattoo side business, my creative little Instagram handle, and I started just feeling this weird, not weird, but like felt weird at the time, sensation of like, wow, I really like doing this. Like, this really sets my soul on fire. And when I was working at L'Oreal, I wasn't feeling that same spark. Essentially, I just wanted to be known that it wasn't L'Oreal. I think it was just a job in general right now, from, you know, that great time period of 8:30 to 6:30. It was just too much for me, given all the other things that I'm super passionate about that I'm doing. I was staying up till 2 a.m. every night, waking up at 6:30 to work out so I could be healthy, and I just was not thriving. I was suffocating. I was slowly dying, and that is not a way to live. So I quit L'Oreal. I have not looked back. Of course, I miss the people, and I miss some elements of the job, and I miss the security, but I also am I wake up every morning just so excited to like make things, so excited to create things, and I can create whatever I want. I went to the art store yesterday and I got charcoal pencils and I experimented with charcoal and like just fun things that I just feel like I have not been able to do in a very long time. And that's what life is about, I think. So yes, it's not realistic for everyone to quit their job, and it is a huge, massive blessing that I'm able to do this with an audience. I have been thinking and harboring these thoughts for months, and so essentially how it went was the second week of October, I told my HR person and my boss and the VP all on the same day, like within 30-minute intervals. I told everyone. I told all of my close friends at work, and that was that. I put in 3 weeks. I was supposed to put in 2 weeks. That's like usually code. But because I was working on a lot of projects that I needed to finish, of course, I decided to put in 3 weeks. So I ended October 31st was my last day. And so November 1st was my first day of working on my own. I took the job at L'Oreal, not because I had to. You guys know, plenty of people just make YouTube videos and drink green juice and go to the gym and make a living, and that's how they do it. I don't plan on being that way. I plan on furthering my design business, which I'm very excited about. I'm gonna launch it into a website. I wanna help you guys with creative solutions to all of the things that you do. You know, I wanna help with your resume. I wanna help with your invitations for your parties. I want to just help people bring creative ideas to life, and not just one company. I want to work for many different things, so I'm constantly staying busy and I'm staying excited about different things, because working at L'Oreal was just a one-track mind every day. I was doing the same thing with the same products, and I think that was what was driving me crazy. So I plan on doing design freelance, just little fun projects here and there, and just sprinkling my talents around like fairy dust and not staying in one place for too long. That being said, I'm staying in New York, but you know what I mean by place. So I think that initially when I took the job at L'Oreal, I kind of took it for the wrong reasons. I took it out of fear, to be honest with you. I took it because I thought that I wouldn't be able to survive on my own, not even just monetarily and security-wise in finance. I think I was mostly worried to be on my own because I was scared of myself. I was really scared of independence. I was scared of the concept of having to be alone with my thoughts, and I had a very, very low self-image of myself. I'll always feel like an imposter, that I don't deserve anything that I get, and that, you know, any of my talents aren't real talents. They're just impersonating other people with talents. Like, that is what I will always worry about myself. And so I was worried being alone with myself for too long. And in this job, being a freelancer, sometimes you can be alone for a long period of time, and I was afraid of that. And so I wanted to work with other people, and I wanted to work at L'Oreal for that reason. At first I was really happy. I was extremely happy. None of that was fake. But as time went on, I became I just was very irritable. I was constantly complaining to my friends. I was complaining to my parents. I was crying all the time. I was just an emotional mess. I would just randomly have breakdowns at 2 in the morning and have to like explain why my face was so puffy the next day. And it was just a lot of anxiety. And the day I quit, I felt like I could finally breathe. And if that is a crime, I'll take it. You know, if that is something that people are going to be disappointed in me over, I'll take it. It was just right for me, and that's that. I'm not encouraging you to quit your job. I'm not saying that it's realistic for everyone. It's not. But I did it, and that's that. You know, I'm really happy and proud of myself for doing that because it was an extremely terrifying thing to do. I was afraid of letting people down. I was afraid of even having the conversation with HR and my boss. I was like, how am I gonna do it? I don't even know what I'm gonna say. How do you start that? Like, how do you start that conversation? No one teaches you how to quit your job. So that was terrifying. I didn't just quit my job to do nothing. I quit my job so I could start something. I want to start, I already kind of slowly did. Katy Bellotti Designs is my new thing. It's my new baby. I'm going to grow it. I'm going to create things for you. I want to help you. I plan on furthering the tattoo design business. I'm actually doing some hand lettering things for some brands. Even my own company, L'Oreal, has shown interest in hiring me to do things. There are so many possibilities now. You know, I can even take like a creative writing class if I wanted to. Like, I can finally do the things that I want to do. And if that makes me a bad person or unrelatable, so be it, because I'm finally happy. And I hope you can see that. I'm really happy. Like, I get emotional thinking about it. So yeah, the time I was at L'Oreal, I learned more than I learned in 4 years of college. I learned how to be a people person in the workplace. I learned all these new acronyms I didn't know before. I learned a lot of things and a lot about the beauty industry, and I met so many amazing people, and it was a great use of my time. But I think, while I was there, I knew it wasn't right. I was starting to feel it towards the last few months. I knew it wasn't right, and I kept convincing myself all the reasons why it would just be harder to leave, and it was an awkward conversation. And my biggest anxiety was having to clean out my desk. I was worried about cleaning out my desk. I was like, well, that's just a lot of effort. I shouldn't do it, and I was just convincing myself. I even bought myself new office supplies because I thought, like, for my desk, because I thought that would make me happier at work. That sounds crazy now that I just said it. I eventually came to the realization that I was just making excuses, and I knew I needed to leave, and that was what I needed to do, but I was just so afraid. Truthfully, guys, what you want is on the other side of fear. Yes, there was that bubble of fear that was involved with quitting and with making that decision and finally doing it and putting in my 2 weeks. And once I got over that, once I got to the other side where I'm sitting right now, I can tell you guys, it is so sweet to be finally doing what I've wanted to do for so long. Oh my God, it's just an amazing feeling. And yes, it's not without new anxieties. Like, yes, there's new worries that I never had before now, and I have to really work. Not that I wasn't working before, but I really have to like market myself and network and all this stuff and really understand things that I didn't really have to understand before. And that's great because it is pushing me to learn and to grow. And I felt like, yes, maybe I could have grown more at L'Oreal, definitely could have, but this is a new type of growth that I've been craving for so long, and I'm finally in it. I'm finally doing it, and I am damn proud of myself. So yes, that is it. That is my spiel. That is what I wanted to say. I hope this was a good video. I hope it wasn't me just justifying myself, because I feel like women are always expected to justify themselves. I'm fully anticipating, constructive, some mean, some constructive criticism in the comments. I'm just expecting it. It's a crazy move, I know. It's bold. It's bold, it's scary, it's exciting, and overall, I'm just in such a good place, and I hope that's enough for you. I love you guys so much, and I obviously really care about what you feel and think, and so I'm happy. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It's like basically dark outside. I hope this quality wasn't horrendous. But yeah, like I said, more to come. I'm gonna make more videos about this in the future, and I'm excited for this new chapter. Bye.